Hey guys, Kyle here to give you some tips on helping you learn the Kip Up. If you don't know what the Kip Up is, it's this movement right here, like so. It is a lot of fun, but it can be hard to get down, especially when you're first starting out. You've never done anything before. It can be kind of hard to kind of get that muscle strength in there. It can be kind of hard to understand what technique or posture you're supposed to have, the sequence in feet, hips, and arms. It might throw you off. So what I'm going to do is kind of try and break it down as best I can and even give you guys some exercises that you can use to help build up strength and awareness so you know what you're doing. You don't have to worry about having any problems, but do keep in mind that not every movement is something that you get in one day or one try. Some things do take time, but as long as you are continuously trying and every single attempt you're aiming for perfection and just feeling your body and trying more and more to understand the movement each time, you're gonna figure it out eventually. But just keep trying and then listen closely. Hopefully these help. If they don't, you guys know what to do. Concerns in the comment section below. So, with the Kip Up, what you want to make sure that you understand is it's not a back, relax, and then to shoot forward. It's a spring. You want to go back and be able to shoot back quickly. And then when you're coming back, your hips will come up. However high you lift them, you don't want them to come any lower than that. So when I Kip Up, if you notice, my hips don't go back down. They stay up, and they might even go a little bit even higher. So keeping that in mind, you want to work on keeping your hips up. And the other part is pressing with the hands. Those are the two main issues that I've ever seen with teaching this movement and that I've heard of, is just that in general. So if you're having issues keeping your hips up, make sure you can do a bridge. If you don't know what a bridge is, it's this little guy right here, and you just want to make sure that you can do that. From here, just focus on how it feels to have your hips extended. This is contracted, that will be extended. Just focus on how that feels, because when you go into your actual kip motion, the up part, you want them to go and feel the same way they do in that bridge. So keep that in mind. If you feel like your issue might be that you're not rolling back far enough, or you're going maybe this far and trying it and you're not sure how far back to go, do this one yoga pose and it really gives you an idea of how it's supposed to feel. You're just going to go onto your back. You can use your hands to press on the ground if you feel like you need to, but you're going to raise your hips up and try and bring your body up straight. And that's about how you want to be. That's about how far you want to roll back. When I do my Kip Up, I go here, about the same position, but I do let my feet go over my head. And you don't have to let your feet go all the way over your head either. Some people can stop here and Kip Up. Some people have to go all the way and touch the floor. Everybody's a little bit different, so just find out what works for you. But keep that technique down. Now if you're having trouble with the pressing motion of the Kip Up, here's some exercises that you guys can do. When you're in your bridge stance, like so, what you want to work on is not letting your elbows be pointing out, but try and keep them pointed in. When you're doing your Kip Up, if your elbows go out, you lose your power. If your elbows stay in, everything's tighter. So when you're in your bridge, think about doing a push-up. Get your body nice and stable with your feet in your hands, and then bend your arms and press. Work on pressing up fast and hard. But this is the idea of the motion. As you go down, you can tuck your head and go to your back, and then press back up to here. Tuck your head, go to your back, press back up and go to here. Noticing that the whole time, you always want to keep your hips up, not letting them drop once. That's one thing that you can do to kind of help build awareness. You feel strong enough to lift your body off, then you'll roll back. As you go back, you'll plant your hands, and you'll lift your hips like that yoga pose I showed you, and you'll press your body off the ground, but then you'll come back and roll back the other way. So it's kind of like doing this motion here, rolling back and forth, but on the way back, you press up. You don't have to press hard or get your body high, but just getting that lift off the ground and coming back down. It'll help you get your hand placement, and just work on keeping your elbows in, not letting your elbows shoot out. You'll have more power and strength that way. So see if that can help. And the one last exercise that I think might cover all the issues with the Kip Up is the whole backward and forth motion. So I'm going to show you guys a real nice exercise that a friend showed me that'll help you guys get that down, that'll help you get that speed, that power, and you won't be going back, stalling, and then just struggling and plopping to your back. You'll get that back and forth, no problem. So in this workout, what you can do is you're going to give yourself a weight. You want something that's going to make you struggle, something that's going to kind of hold you back like your body weight will. Because when you're doing the Kip Up, you're lifting your whole body weight. So get something that's going to challenge you pretty good. You want to start off with something slightly elevated. The lower you are, the harder this is going to be. And what you're going to do, have your feet a little bit wider than shoulder width apart, align straight, elbows to your sides, and you're just gonna sit back, roll back. You don't wanna stay here. As soon as your shoulder blades or your back touches, you wanna shoot right back up to a stand, all right? And if you wanna go to a full extension, do that. It'll help that spring motion at least. But we're going back and shooting back up. And shooting back up. That back and forth is probably going to be the biggest help in your power and just that burst motion. This is going to help that. When you get it down with an elevated surface, try and work your way down until you're going on the ground and you're doing the exact same motion from a stand. The only hard part with this, and this is where you'll fix that landing, if you have an issue of landing with your knees like that, when you're coming out of this workout, you go down and you come up, your elbows on the insides of your knees. That way you don't come up here. So bring them like so. So you're gonna start standing up, a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. You'll sit, go back, and stand. Sit, go back, and stand. Keeping your knees wide and away from each other. And just getting that burst. And the more you do them, the better you're gonna get, the stronger you're gonna get, and the easier the movement's gonna get. But still always pay attention to how it feels and just break the movement down. Take videos of yourself, watch the technique, and then again, if you guys ever have any questions, any concerns, throw them in the comment section below and I'll do my best to help you out. Other than that, here's a couple slow-mos of me doing a kip up. Hopefully these exercises will help you guys out. I'm sweating just showing them to you guys, so hopefully that'll give you guys an idea of how effective they are. Take great care, stay positive you guys, enjoy these slow-mos.